Time to liven up the joint.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going over Hasbro's PulseCon top 10 reveals that was shown off yesterday. Also, we're gonna rank each and every company and give them. Instead of doing numerical, I'm gonna do alphabetical. So I'll go from A being top tier to F being absolutely horrible. So it's gonna be A, B, C, D, and then F, basically like school or whatever. So there's that. So I'm gonna talk about each and every company as well, and then we'll do our top 10 reveals that they showed off yesterday. Uh, but so let's go over the companies right quick. Starting off with the con started off with Transformers. So Transformers, hey, you guys know I'm not the hugest Transformers fan, and I didn't really talk about Transformers in any of my videos. But as far as a visual presentation and everything they showed off, I would give them a solid B. I think they were okay. They had some new reveals, some things that Transformers fans could be hyped about. Can't really complain about that. So I'm gonna give them a solid B, high B actually, close to an A. Power Rangers, um, Power Rangers, their panel was okay. I'll give them a C, a high C. They had a few things I was really interested in. Not too crazy though. Anything that wasn't like completely mind blowing. I love the Street Fighter crossover stuff, but not really anything like that's gonna blow anyone out of the waters. So I'll give them a solid C. As far as presentation goes, I guess the presentation was alright, so I'll give them a presentation. I'll give them a B, but the whole panel in general, I'll just give them a C. Starting lineups is a D for
You
me.
suck.
Their presentation, they didn't really have anything new. They talked about stuff that we already know. I guess it was an official reveal, but from it. But as far as the line in general, as far as that goes, not really excited for it. There's nothing in starting lineups that's gonna make me go crazy about it. I already talked about how the figures don't even have tattoos for some of the players. So we talk about authenticity. Well, if you're gonna mention authenticity, you got to be accurate in action figures. And if the players don't have their tattoos, they're not authentic. So basically, number one, you're lying, and number two, starting your figures at $50, and they're gonna run you about $250 just to even purchase the whole goddamn line. And that's not even without tax or any of that and shipping, and so that's actually insane. I just don't see myself picking these up until they go on clearance, because I hate to say it, but as much as I would love to collect this line, they're just gonna go on clearance. So I give this presentation or the panel a D. Starting lineups, the presentation was okay though. You know, I like their enthusiasm. The presenters seem to be enthusiastic about this line, about them bringing it back. So they didn't really have anything that could I mean, they didn't really do anything that could bring it down just a little bit. I'm just talking about the action figures in general. I'm just gonna give it a D. So there is that. Fortnite is an F. Fortnite, there was nothing new that come out to with Fortnite, with the Fortnite team. They came out. They were talking to Cleo, I believe that's his name, and the presenter put them on the table. Is like, here are the Fortnite figures. We had to do these figures because they look cool in the video game, and then just completely show figures that was already out or figures we already knew about. So I was like, so they didn't even give them like a panel or any of that. I was highly disappointed with Fortnite as well. I would love to have them talk about more about their license and what they actually are able to do. So next time, Hasbro, give them a full presentation. So there's that. Marvel Legends, I'm gonna give them a A. They killed it yesterday. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest Marvel Legends fan. I'm a huge DC fan, so I'm not. You can't call me a shill or anything. I'm just speaking from the presentation itself. They were consistent. I think Marvel Legends teams always kills it. Now, some of their business decisions I don't always agree with, kind of like the HasLab situation. But as far as presentation goes, what they revealed new figures, figures you could get hyped about in the future, figures you could get now. Absolutely love their presentation, so I'm gonna give them an A. G.I. Joe, I'm gonna give them a B, just because they didn't really have any new figures to reveal. They gave us figure name reveals. Not a huge fan of that. At least come up with a concept art or something. Don't give us, it's kind of like when video games used to come out with just the title, and people were supposed to be like, "Oh my god, that's insane! What am I supposed to do with this information?" So I'm gonna give them a B, just because of the figures that they did have, the figures they showed off. Um, Probably one of the hypest figures they showed off was the Crimson Bat, but we'll talk about that later. Avalon Hill, I'm gonna give them a B as far as presentation goes. Now, it's not my type of style, but I could see the presenters being hyped about some of the figures that they have about. They look absolutely. About the project, the video game, it looks freaking awesome. But it's not something I'm gonna be hyped about. But as far as presentation go, I think they did a great job. Magic the Gathering looked pretty awesome as well, so I'm gonna give them a B as well as far as presentation goes. Some stuff in there. I mean, I'm not the hugest Magic the Gathering fan, so not really too much I could say about that. But yeah, I mean, they were okay. I'm gonna give Indiana Jones a A. Their presentation did really, really good. Absolutely loved it. Uh, they got new figures to tell you what's coming out in the future. They were just firing all cylinders, showing you what's coming up, what's coming next, show you the action figure. Absolutely love their presentation. The guys the presenters were very passionate about the figures as well, so actually bumped it up for me. And then last but not least, Star Wars, I'm gonna give it a high C, just because definitely could have been a B. I might actually change it to a B, but uh, their figures, their announcements are all over the place. Some things I was like, "Yo, which is which? Is this vintage style? Is this Black Series?" They were announcing two vintage style figures, then going into Black Series. Then they're talking about pipeline reveals. I'm like, oh, like, what is happening? Figures that we already know is coming out. They're showing you, and it's like, dude, we know about these figures. Like, what is happening right now? So I'm gonna give them a high C, even though they were very passionate about these figures. So there is that. Now let's go over our top 10 reveals for the con. Um, so yeah. So starting with number 10, I'm gonna go with Marvel Legends Orb. I think Orb looks absolutely freaking awesome. It's not a figure that I saw most people talking about, but I loved his whole design, loved the weirdness to it. It's really unique. And as a DC fan, I could just do some crazy, um, you know, crazy displays with him as well. Have him facing off against some characters. Absolutely love that as well. So number 10 has to be Orb. Number 9 for me is Banshee. Absolutely love that Banshee reveal. I love that they're making a fabric suit for him. He looks freaking awesome. I know the white wasn't the enthusiastic when it came down to Banshee, but absolutely freaking love that. I love the face sculpt that he has as well. So, and I love Banshee. I'm a huge X-Men guy, so there's that. Number 8 has to be Cassian Andor Black Series, even though it's one that we know about for a while already. I was just still happy to get him in Black Series. So I'm very enthusiastic for this figure, as well as you got the TV show coming out. Absolutely love it. Can't wait for it as well. Number 7 has to be Marvel Legends Strife. Strife looks freaking awesome. I love the reveal with the white putting on the helmet as well. But Strife looks absolutely freaking amazing. It's one figure that didn't go live on the pre-order, so I wonder what that was about. But he looks freaking awesome. I can't wait to get that figure in hand. And then my number 6 has to be Retro Carded Wolverine. I wanted to put him higher on the list, but I feel like my top 5 is definitely the bangers out of the whole con. So as much as I love Wolverine and the Retro Carded, because he just looks awesome, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. Um, I had to put him in number six just because the other five is the hype is. Now let's go on to my top five reveals for Hasbro PostCon 2022. Okay, so now my number five is Spyro. I was super hyped when they showed that off. I don't know too much about her, but she looks awesome. She gives me Goro vibes or Shiva vibes. You know, she got six arms holding different accessories with swords and all types of stuff. Like absolutely insane. I cannot wait for that. Definitely, it's another one that you could do customs with. She could possibly fit in a Mortal Kombat display as well. If you're not the hugest Marvel Legends fan, which I'm probably going to mess around with as well, put her off with some um, MK display. So that's absolutely freaking awesome. Number four has to be Crimson Bats. G.I. Joe is a really popular figure, sold out a lot of places as well. A lot of people absolutely loved it. I definitely want an Army Belt pre-order three. I was lucky enough to put three of those bad boys in there, so definitely gonna have to army build him, mess around with him. I love the mechanical arm that they have with him. Yeah, and just like then that one photo with the display of them, like him fighting with other Joes, is freaking awesome. Absolutely love it. Definitely need that. Love the paint deco on them as well. The red crimson red that they use on the paint. Oh my god, freaking absolutely awesome. Can't wait to get that figure in hand. Now let's go on to my top three reveals. My number three is kind of cheated. I put two figures in number three. Power Rangers Street Fighter, Cammy and Ken. They look freaking amazing. Like I said on the reveal video, I talked about how the picture sold me with Ken jumping up in air with doing his iconic uppercut, and then Cammy doing the Kamehameha throwing out an eagle. Oh my god, it's freaking that looks so good. She actually looks good in the Green Ranger helmet as well. Then got the hair coming out. I like it. Dude, that figure looks freaking awesome. Only problem is it's $35, but I'm willing to spend it. Yet Hasbro is really charging us for the license. Really, I mean Jesus Christ. But man, that figure looks freaking awesome. Definitely, to me, it was a must as well. But now my number two favorite reveal. A lot of people probably know this is kind of Indiana Jones, the Adventure series. Absolutely insane, absolutely crazy that they're actually bringing this line back. You know, and we're getting updated Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. You can't be mad about that. That's absolutely freaking crazy. Then it's from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, come on. It comes with a build a figure. You could build a Covenant. Like, it's a must. It's a must. This whole line is a must. Absolutely insane. Super happy about that as well. But yeah, can't wait for more figures in this line. Now this line ain't gonna be the deepest. I don't think it is, but it's gonna. I absolutely freaking love it as well. Now let's go on to my number one reveal and the best reveal, in my opinion, Hasbro PostCon 2022. My number one reveal has to be one that we didn't actually know that happened because the stream went out, and that was the three pack of Bullseye, Daredevil, and Elektra. It was to me. This is an absolute must. I pre-ordered it right away. I believe it's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken on that, but it's a pre-order I put in right away. Absolute must. I'm a huge Daredevil fan. I'm a huge Punisher fan as well. So this kind of fits with them. Bullseye, like, oh my god, like if I were to pick like my top three Marvel's characters of all time, it's definitely, well, obviously number one is Thor, two is I would go Punisher, then three is Daredevil. So I mean, getting Bullseye, I was talking to one of my closest buddies, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, I need a updated Bullseye. If they make one, I'll be absolutely happy. And then we get this, and I instantly texted. I was like, "See, I told you we'll get a Bullseye." He didn't think we were gonna get one because he said the one that they previously had is a perfect one. but I was like, nah, man, we need an updated one as well. And then Electra looks awesome. I love like the long hair she has, the long curly black hair she has. She looks freaking amazing. Absolutely freaking love it. And then the classic suit, the classic red suit, even though the original one is probably gonna be the superior one. This one, I absolutely love this suit. I love the colors they use for it. Yeah, this 3 pack is absolutely freaking awesome. Too bad it wasn't in the um actual con. I mean, really, because of the stream had went out, but yeah, I mean, to get this 3 pack was absolute must. But anyways, that was my top 10 reveals. I'd love to hear your guys' top 10 reveals in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys agree with this list, disagree with this list, what figures you take off. But I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts as well. So leave it down in the comment section down below. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did enjoy this, please consider liking, subscribing. Helps the channel out tremendously. Keeps me motivated. Keep talking about cons just like this one as well. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree with me. But if you are gonna disagree, please be respectable in the comment section down below. I appreciate every single person who comments down below, and I love to hear your guys' thoughts because your guys' thoughts matter a lot. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Always stay tuned for the next unboxing because we definitely got an unboxing coming on the way. But you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. See you guys.
They don't call me the main man for nothing.